This is Cecil spending $400 billion for only a nosebleed.
$400 billion for the world's most expensive nosebleed.
And this is him teleporting a bunch of times, trying to rage bait Omni-Man, and then stopping his son from getting some. I was bored, so I went and watched the entire show to find out exactly how much the US taxpayer money Cecil has cost the GDA. And just wait till you see the final number, because it is crazy. Before we start adding up the numbers, we need to first talk about what the GDA even is. The GDA means the Global Defense Agency. Think of it like Earth's own S.H.I.E.L.D. from Marvel, but way less fun and way more sneaky. They're a secret government organization that develops technology and defenses against any and all threats humans might face. Aliens, supervillains, giant monsters, and of course, hire, set up, and basically order around hero teams like the Guardians of the Globe. And Cecil Stedman is the man at the very top of the Global Defense Agency.
Cecil Stedman, director of the GDA.
He's pretty much the boss of Earth's defense system. If aliens show up, if a dragon rises in Hong Kong, if a Viltrumite wants a fight, Cecil is the one giving the order. He doesn't have superpowers, but what he does have is brains, tools, and no fear when it comes to making hard and sometimes really dark choices. He also runs all the secret plans, the shady science tests, and the backups no one finds out about until it's too late. To the heroes, Cecil is the voice in their ear telling them what to do. To the villains, he's the reason Earth hasn't been taken over yet. But Cecil's way has a price, and a huge one at that. So let's go over his spendings. Cecil has a lot of toys at the GDA, but the one he loves to burn money on is teleportation. And when I say burn money, I mean it. The man straight up says that one trip costs the same as the entire economy of Liechtenstein, which is $7.36 billion.
Also, how much does it cost every time you, teleport? Isn't that taxpayer money?
Do you know the gross economic output of Liechtenstein?
Not even a little.
More than that.
Yep, one zap equals a whole country's wallet. The first time we see this trick is during the Flaxen invasion. Out of nowhere, bam, Cecil pops up in front of the teen team. Now, these guys aren't the Guardians of the Globe yet. They're more like the junior squad of superheroes. Adam Eve, Rexplode, Duplicate, and Robot. Cecil shows up, gives orders, and basically sets them up for the bigger roles they'll play later. And the moment Amber comes back through the door, poof, Cecil's gone. Don't know how Mark even does it after that. After Omni-Man wipes out the Guardians, Cecil teleports into the new team's base and tells them to honor the previous Guardians and work harder if they don't want to end up like them. Then he comes face to face with Omni-Man when trying to investigate his home.
I meant to teleport to your front door.
Oh boy, talk about tense. Cecil actually teleports into the guy's house, but after realizing he's still there, he plays it off. Then, before things get bloody, he zaps away to a safe house down the block. Later, when Damien Darkblood pokes around Omni-Man's crimes, Cecil pops up again, making things even messy. Cecil doesn't slow down in Season 2. He keeps flashing around the planet with that pricey teleport tech, using it to handle disasters and babysit heroes. His first jump in Season 2 is straight to the GDA base, while a massive red one-eyed monster is wrecking the city. The thing's going wild, but Cecil zaps in cool as ever, acting fast and aura farming. Next up, Cecil teleports to chat with Rudy, better known as Robot. He tells him he's trusted with something big. Not long after, Cecil's zapping again, this time straight to the ocean, where he meets Mark before his Atlantean trial. And all he tells him is that, congrats, Mark, by Atlantean law, you've got to marry the dead king's wife. And if you can't, well, the job falls to your family. So, yeah, guess you're marrying a fish. And then he proceeds to dip. After that, Cecil shows up at Debbie Grayson's house now that Omni-Man has left Earth. He checks in about the whole Oliver situation, disappears, then later teleports again, this time to Mark and Debbie's place to talk more about Oliver. Once he's done, zap. He's back at GDA HQ, keeping all the plates spinning. Later, Cecil teleports back to Mark and Debbie's while Mark is holding Oliver. He tells Mark he's going to leave for a space mission. Then he teleports again, this time to Debbie, making sure she's ready to take care of Oliver. Not long after, he zaps over to Adam Eve's hideout and offers her a spot on the Guardians after Duplicate's death, before heading back to base like nothing happened. The man doesn't quit. After Anissa destroys Mark in a fight, Cecil teleports in to check if he's still breathing. Then, in another scene, he teleports to Mark sitting alone on a rooftop. He gives him a pep talk and tells him not to blame himself for killing Angstrom Levy. All in all, Cecil's teleporting spree this season racks up about $139.84 billion in costs. Yep, just casually burning through countries' GDPs one jump at a time. Cecil isn't slowing down in Season 3. Nope, he's still obsessed with burning money on his fancy teleport tech, this time to chase bigger threats and keep heroes in check. His first big jump is trying to catch Cecil zaps here and there, but Mark's classic Cecil move, It isn't until the Guardians themselves step up for Mark that Cecil finally backs off. Then, boom, more drama. Oliver kills one of the Mahler twins. And guess who teleports in to clean up the mess? Cecil, of course, because it's in his job description to show up after disasters and Aura Farm. And then comes the Invincible War. Things get absolutely nuts here. Multiple Invincible variants, chaos everywhere, and Cecil's teleporting heroes left and right into perfect spots. But that's not all. Cecil also rolls out multiple Reaniman to try and take out the variants. But the real spotlight moment is Mark versus Angstrom Levy, the dimension-traveling headache himself. Cecil uses teleporting to keep Mark in the fight, as Levy keeps bending reality to his will. When it's over, Cecil and Mark stand in the middle of a wrecked city, and instead of celebrating, Cecil's already teleporting around, checking damage, organizing recovery, and realizing the work never ends. Oh, and before you think he's done, Cecil shows up again with a bunch of heroes to rescue Invincible and Adam Eve after their throwdown with Conquest. The cost of all this teleport joyriding is about $323.84 billion. Let's talk about one of Cecil's biggest toys, the hammer. Sounds cool, right? Yeah. He literally makes D.A. Sinclair dig up corpses, strap on some machinery, and turn them into Frankenstein cyborg soldiers. Creepy and expensive as hell, to $2 billion just to make the tech work. Then you've got the actual units, turning one dead guy into a fighting robot, about $10 million each, and Cecil's got 350 of them, which is like $3.5 billion for the Army itself. Add in the research bill, and you're looking at $5.5 billion total. And the best part is that most of them get trashed the second they're deployed. Truly money well spent. From the outside, it just looks like a boring, empty white space. But in reality, it's a giant trap built to mess with Viltrumites, a leash. Next up, Cecil's biggest pet project is the Kaiju program. Remember that giant monster called Hail Mary that fought and got wrecked by Omni-Man early on? Now, let's talk about Cecil's favorite person/project, Donald the Cyber Cop. Loyal Donald gets blown to bits in Season 1, but Cecil's not done with him yet. Nope, he rebuilds the guy into a full-on cyborg. Under the suit and tie, Donald's basically a walking tank with a human brain. Of course, canon doesn't tell us what it costs, but think about it. Saving what's left of him, building a new body out of super advanced machines, and making him function like a normal person, that's not a cheap rebuild. A fair guess is $50 to $200 million just to rebuild him the first time. And Donald's been revived a total of 39 times, so that makes it $7.8 billion on the high end. Then there's Immortal's resurrection. Every time Omni-Man rips him in half or takes his head off, honestly, it's the cheapest thing on Cecil's budget because it's basically free. No machines, no lab work, just transportation and cleanup. At most, maybe $10 million for moving and setup. But considering how useless Immortal is, it's all just throwaway money at the end. Should have given the unkillable power to my glorious king Rexplode. So one of Cecil's sneakiest tricks is the Block, the GDA's underground prison. Think of it as Area 51's scarier cousin. This thing was made for Locke and Conquest, one of the strongest Viltrumite warriors. After staging his death, Cecil secretly kept him away in the Block, so the GDA could squeeze him for info on the Viltrum Empire and come up with defenses. Now, let's talk specs because the Block is no joke. It sits 6 miles underground in the Mojave Desert, wrapped inside a 400-ton tungsten steel alloy cage. So if we talk about cost, a hidden supermax like this would run $2 billion just to build. Beyond the big flashy moves, the GDA burns money just staying active. Cecil's got spy satellites circling the world, secret bases, command rooms, high-tech labs, and thousands of workers on the payroll, hazard pay included. A satellite network alone could cost $15 billion, mobile command hubs under $500 million, and yearly staff, supplies, and secret operations cash around $3 billion. Altogether, that's a yearly budget of $18.5 billion just to keep the lights on and the secrets hidden. So, adding everything up, teleportation across seasons 1 through 3, the hammer laser, the Reaniman army, the Kaiju program, Donald's rebuilds, the White Room and Sonic implant, Immortal's 2 revivals, general GDA operations, and now the Block, Cecil's spending comes to about $1.02075 trillion. That's probably one of the highest of any fictional character. But hey, thanks to the taxpayer money of all the poor souls who get squashed every 2 seconds in Invincible. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next upload. That said, see you in the next one.